Good evening. Attorneys for two death row inmates are raising red flags over recent court filings.
They say an anonymous deposition from a member of the execution team is not what it claims to be. This all comes just 2 weeks before the next execution. News 9's Storm Jones is at the federal courthouse sorting it all out for us. Storm?
Kelly and Amanda, it's the anonymous deposition of the IV team leader who oversees various aspects of the execution process. Now attorneys say the person who filled out that deposition has never actually served in that role and doesn't plan to in the future. In a 2020 deposition, Department of Corrections Director Scott Crow said the IV team leader is a doctor who called the DOC to offer his services in carrying out executions. That person oversees placement of the IV and later performs consciousness checks through oxygen, blood pressure, and EKG monitors before entering the execution chamber to physically touch the prisoner, again checking consciousness. In December of 2020, U.S. District Judge Stephen Friot compelled the anonymous deposition of the IV team leader, allowing 3 written questions concerning his education and how he performs the checks. The declaration would be signed Pat Doe. Attorneys for the prisoners now argue the answers they received were actually from a person who never served as IV team leader, nor do they plan on serving in that role going forward. Lawyers in the Federal Public Defender's Office tell me they've relied on the information from that deposition to build their case. In a response filed just this afternoon, the state says the person serving as IV team leader is subject to change, and the person who responded was that person at that time. However, no executions were scheduled during their tenure in the role. And the state has since offered to provide a deposition with the current IV team leader. This all comes as we wait to see if Judge Friot here at the federal courthouse puts the brakes on those upcoming executions as concerns over the protocol are litigated. At the federal courthouse in downtown Oklahoma City, Storm Jones, Oklahoma's own News 9.